For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manzin. It's time for your daily dose of the doctor. What I would like to look at right now is something that we do in the War Room, and it's all about news-based trading. And this is something you can do whether you join us or not. You just need to have a very good source for the news. The source that I use is called TradeTheNews.com. They have been around since 1998. They broadcast 24 hours live. I like them a lot because they have an open outcry pit in the Chicago Board of Trade where you can get a real good feel for what's going on in the S&P futures pit. Plus, they give you lots and lots of high-quality news about global equities, what's going on in the equities markets. There is one particular piece of news called Takeover Chatter that we like to trade live in our trading room every single day. That's because it tends to be a very high probability trade, and I would like to take a few minutes to show you why. Here is the news alert that crossed my screen at 7:01 this morning. The guys in the trading pit had a great time with this one. This was on SINA, and it just said the magic words, hearing renewed takeover chatter circulating. That's our key to move into the 5-minute chart, have a look at what's happening, and figure out whether we should trade the news or fade the news. Most times, when you get a news alert like this, you wind up seeing a bar that looks a lot like this one, where you get a very, very rapid run-up, and that's happening on the heels of that news event, right? So if we go and we drill down and we take a look at this bar, we see that this is happening right at 10 a.m., which is the 7:01 news alert, since I'm in California, right? It's 7 o'clock in the California news time, and it is 10 o'clock in New York. So 7:01, the news came out. This thing had already started shooting higher. Now, I'm not looking to climb on board as this move is occurring. What I'm waiting to see happen is some sign of a reversal. The first thing we had that we could look at in our trading pit today, and a bunch of guys took this trade, this is an aggressive entry, is to say I'm going to rest a stop right under this 33.45 floor trader pivot, and most of your software is going to include access to floor trader pivots. And what I'm going to look to do is go short 33.45, and then I'm going to look to close out that trade at 33.12, which is the close of this bar, right? So we have this big move up, big move down. This close makes for a logical profit target. This one comes up, tags you short, comes back down again. You're short, it comes down, doesn't quite hit your profit target. You get to move higher, comes back down again, doesn't hit the profit target, comes back up again, comes in, takes you to the target. So this is a great example of how you can use Trade the News to fade things like takeover chatter when they're circulating on the floor. A lot of times that chatter doesn't turn out to mean very much at all in terms of what's going on with the stock. But what Trade the News does is goes and finds stocks that are on the move and then very, very rapidly manages to find out for you why they're on the move so that you can make an intelligent assessment about whether you should be jumping on board with something and trying to go for the ride to the upside, or whether the exuberance over something that may or may not be true is a little bit overstated, and you in fact have the opportunity to short that trade and fade back into the morning's range. Obviously, there was an opportunity for an extended profit target all the way down to the 32.92 pivot line, but in our case, we were looking for a move right into the close of the bar that was generated after that spike higher. Why do we do that? Because there's always a possibility that that takeover chatter is going to start circulating again. If it does, we might see an expansion move to the upside one more time. In this case, logical profit target gets us out of the position, and we were not worried about the fact that it kept going without us. What we're happy about is a little piece of information that crossed our screen wound up generating a very healthy profit in this $33 stock in just about 10 to 15 minutes of the trading day. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. The best trader education anywhere, only from Trader Insight.